Now, some people might say, exactly who does advise Prince Harry? He seemingly stumbles from one disaster to another, but obviously pays a lot of money for expert advisors, management teams, publicity people, all of that sort of stuff. And seemingly time and time again, one might suspect he's literally picking the wrong idea every single time. Why is that? As ever, let me explain. Morning, how are you? Neil Sean here in the very heart of London's underground. Don't worry, it's not as close as it seems. By the way, can I just point that out as well about the road? People were saying, Neil, you're very close to the buses, to the road. It's the way the camera angles, I think. It's quite a way away. I'm very safe. I'm very glad that you're concerned for my safety, but I wouldn't do anything like that. I'm not that daft, you know me. I'm a Yorkshire Pete. We wouldn't get that close, you know what I mean? But thank you for your concern, because I know what it looks like, and you think, wow, that looks close, but it isn't, honestly. I think, of course, that he's getting very close is this particular award that Prince Harry may or may not now pick up, and it's becoming something of a shambles. And this is the problem, as I often say with Harry and Meghan, their mere presence overtakes what should be about the product, whether it be whatever they're aligning themselves to. Nobody really remembers the reason why Meghan Markle picked up that award in New York on the night that she wore the gold dress. Remember that? All you remember is the fake car chase and stuff like that, because they just literally take over and they become the product. Advisors close to Prince Harry, and as ever I have to say allegedly, have come up with this idea, and it's interesting because they believe that really he should put pen to paper and offer something to, of course, the mother of Pat Tillman, who the award is named after. Now, one might say, well, this is a nice sort of gesture, but really she's kind of made her feelings felt, hasn't she? Really does she want that sort of stuff? Now, again, it just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing. I told you recently that both Meghan and Harry, he would very much like her to co-present this award with him. And the channel ESPN are very keen for that to happen also. But now the other idea is to perhaps have her, the mother, of course, of the hero, Pat Tillman, to come on with Harry originally, or indeed be brought on by Meghan. I kid you not. And you see, this is what happens when you're ill-advised and you've got people who've not really understood the format of how these things pan out. It doesn't look good. You've already blown the whole thing. So now people think, well, if you'd have done that in the beginning and maybe reached out at the very start, or perhaps better still, stand back yourself and literally let a veteran from Invictus pick that up on your behalf. That would serve you a lot better in the long run. But as ever, it's all about money, magazine covers, and of course publicity. And their team would advise, well, no, this is kind of good for you. It makes you look in a good light. Prince Harry, as I say, has had a privileged life. He's never had to deal with problems like this before. And it's come as something as a major shock to find that, right now, he's polling very unpopular. And this is not something he would have had, say, 5-6 years ago. He was the most popular royal, at time eclipsing that of our late and wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. How could it have all gone so wrong? And could a simple letter and an inclusion, of course, of the mother of the hero, Pat Tillman, can that make it all right? I'd love to know what you think. It is a developing story. Neil Sean in the very heart of London's underground.